Derryn and Tania, thank you so much for taking your time to do this interview with me. I'm really excited because we have been waiting for this for a long, long time. The reason is because in your family, road safety seems to be a very important topic, and we would love to know more about this and how this all came together. So, Tania, tell me a bit about yourself, and also Derryn, after you can tell us who you are.
Yeah, so I'm a mum of two. I've got two almost adult children, one turning 21 this year, and Derryn's obviously, I won't tell you how old she is. And I recently celebrated 25 years married, so yeah, I think that's quite successful. A little bit about my high school history. I went to Hawera High in the late 80s, and my father was the AA man, so we travelled around the North Island with his work. He started in Wanganui, went to Taihape and then to Hawera, and eventually we finished up here in New Plymouth. So yeah, that's me really.
That's beautiful. And how about you, Derryn? Those who don't know you.
I'm still in school, as you guys know, and I also play a lot of tennis, play myself and do a lot of coaching for the club. And I spend most of my afternoons at tennis doing all that sort of stuff and still doing school as well. Yeah.
Excellent. And for those who don't know, Derryn is one of our national leaders for the Taranaki region. So what made you join SET, Tania, in your time, during your school time?
Yeah, look, I'm not sure. I'd like to say that it was there was I can't actually remember quite why it was. There may have been a promotion that was going on, and we decided that it would be quite a nice idea for us to do something as a group to get involved and promote it. We didn't have any event or accident or family members or anything like that that really made us think of it. I think it was just an idea that I just went home to my family and said, oh, you know, there's this new organisation, I think it was new, that I'd like to probably get involved with. And because both my parents were involved or enjoyed driving cars and knew about road safety, they were behind me and were able to help. And that's just where it went from there. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you. And Derryn, how about you? What made you join SET?
I remember when I first started high school, it was like quite a big thing, and I remember seeing all the events that the students were putting on, and I thought it was pretty cool. And then all of a sudden it just died out, and I was like, what the hell, and what's happening with it, all that sort of thing. And I got asked if I wanted to join, and I'm like, yeah, I'll jump on board, give it a go. Went to the conference down in Wellington, loved every minute of it, making all the new friends, learning all the new things, and national leader came up, and I was like, that sounds pretty cool, something I want to do. So I applied and became successful.
That's great. Awesome. Thank you. There's some passion about road safety running through your bloodlines, through the family. Tania, was there anything specific that inspired you about what your parents did in particular about the road safety space?
Look, I have grown up around cars. My dad was a mechanic. In the late 70s, I remember the AA did a promotion on seatbelt wearing. I mean, it wasn't mandatory to wear seatbelts. There were a lot of accidents where people weren't wearing seatbelts. There were even, I can remember a promotion where babies weren't even put in car seats. And so the AA were giving away free car seats to lucky people for their babies. So yeah, there's a lot of things. You know, and Taihape Dad was part of the fire brigade, so we were aware that they were first responders and that they went out to accidents as well.
Yeah.
So we've always been around. Been aware that cars are amazing things, but they can also cause a lot of heartbreak and destruction. So yeah, it's but yeah, that's pretty much
Yeah. What a history. You can't even imagine that anymore. You know, seat belts were not like meant, you know, like not a thing, or, you know, seat belts for babies.
Or babies just being laid on the back seat of a car while you're driving at, you know, at speed. It's just, unbelievable.
Yeah, it truly is. I'm happy we have more safety around that now. And so what kind of activities and messages did you around your time and you were at school?
It was really about the drink driving. I believe there was, it was called Students Against Drink Driving. So that was the prime thing about it. It wasn't, that was the only danger that had been identified that we needed to deal with or to promote. Yeah.
So you just did lots of promotion about it, or did you also have like police coming in or other people to talk to?
Yeah, so we had posters, a lot of promotional stuff, but our main thing that we did was a static display in the mall in Hawera, which is sort of like a part of the street has been cordoned off and paved, and it was just a community area. And with the help of Dad and his friends, we were able to get a car that had been in a drink driving accident. My friend and I went and had a look at it when it was at the wreckage yard, and that was quite a sobering experience. I'll never forget it. It had beer cans in the back of the seat. It had been knocked around, and we were able to use that vehicle as a static display for people to, as they were walking and shopping, they could see the vehicle. And hopefully it had some sort of shock effect. I don't think you'd get away with it now, because we didn't actually have any thought about the family members of the people that have been involved in the accident and whether they'd come across that vehicle sitting in the mall as a static display. But things have changed, haven't they?
Yes, they have. It used to be the old way, the shock tactics, but we're moving away from that. It's more about educating it and, you know, like doing positive behavior change, or we want to, you know, encourage positive behavior change. So no, that's, I mean, like, this is good to see how it has changed, you know, like from then to today. You always encouraged Derryn and maybe your other child to think about road safety or be more aware?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. So mainly about how when they came up to driving, learning to drive, when I first started driving, going through it for my learners, the AA just brought in their driving school, and it was drilled into me that you would learn the right way, learn good habits, not learn off somebody else, but learn good habits about driving. And we've instilled that in both our children. They've been to driving schools where they haven't, where they've learned the right way to begin with, you know, the sequence of putting your seatbelt on. And
Mum didn't let me drive until I got lessons from a driving school. I was not allowed to drive at all, and this was for lockdown, so I didn't get to drive for like 2 months because the driving schools weren't open. So I had to wait 2 months, was not allowed to drive at all until I got a lesson.
Good, very determined, but this is the best way to do it. Otherwise, you know, you can have bad habits and, you know, all these things. So it's very, very powerful. Great messaging. So road safety is this a topic that is often spoken about at home, or you discuss a lot?
Yes and no.
Yes and no, but my husband, he's quite well known in the family for yelling advice to other road users when he's driving. So the children have always been around. Some people, you know, we all know a lot about driving and what's right and what's wrong on the road, don't we?
Yeah.
I believed if you yelled the advice loud enough, the other people would hear them.
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds like some fun around that. Maybe not all the time.
Yeah. So no, I don't think it's something that we really
do talk about,
but it's
it's just always there. It's just part of it, you know, naturally.
Exactly.
Yeah, by the sounds of it. You're definitely more aware, like, about all that due to your experiences and being involved in that. So, are you proud of Derryn, how she's involved with SAD and what she contributes to the road safety?
When she said that, she came home and she said, I've put my name down for SAD. I was like, I can't believe it. This is so cool. I was beaming. So I ran to the photo album to get my picture out of the clipping that we had in the newspaper of when I was in SAD. And I was like, look at this. She had no idea that I was involved in it. And it was quite a cool moment, really, just for me to show her and that she's, without any prompting from me, she's doing the same thing. And I actually, when she's talking about SAD to me, it reminds me of my parents who are not with us now, and how proud they would be of her. And if they were here, they would have been so supportive.
Yeah, that's such a beautiful story. And, you know, mother, daughter, and then your parents.
If I had my opportunity to be involved at Derryn's age now, there's so many more risks that have been identified, the change of name. There's just so many different avenues that you could go through to highlight driver danger, or dangers of driving, to the students. It's just, it'd just be so much fun. I mean,
your options are endless now.
Yeah, exactly. You've got your cell phone dangers, you've got your sleep, fatigue driving, all those sort of things. Yeah.
Okay, great. And the last thing is, what would be your biggest advice that you would give to the youth today when it comes to road safety?
I'd say respect the vehicle and understand that, you're not, respect the vehicle and understand that you're not invincible. Watch your speed. That would probably be, that would be it. And that would be it.
That's powerful, because that's what, that's powerful, because most young people think they're invincible. Yeah. Okay, is there anything else you would like to add?
No, I think we
covered it.
I think we covered it. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much for taking time for this interview.
That's all right. My pleasure.